but you can also, I don't have Apple, so I got it on Stitcher.
Right.
So you can get it on different podcast players. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But yeah, it is good for anyone interested in what goes on in, these sports, and it's beyond just the sports story. I think is kind of the cool thing about it.
Cool. Well, my recommends this week is something that's fairly close to home to us, but we've got a lot of people who live up north and will be looking to take day trips and stuff out. And I'd like to recommend a day out at Blackpool Tower, Mark. I took Erin up the tower this week, and the whole area has benefited. Around the tower has benefited from some serious regeneration.
Yeah,
some
opposite the tower's nice, isn't it now? The
opposite. Yeah, absolutely. It's that part of the promenade is beautiful, but the front of the tower and the architect and the building has been restored, and the stuff that you can see as you go up towards like the lift that takes you up the tower. It's really, really interesting, fascinating stuff from a grown-up's point of view, looking at the history of the tower and all that lot. And for kids, there's interactive stuff to do as well. And then obviously going up the tower and getting the views. It was
see the picture that you've got, the view and Erin on an aeroplane.
Yes, exactly. Well, they stand you in a couple of those as you go up and stuff, and then you get your tickets and that. Yeah, but it was a cracking little. It wasn't a day out. We could have made a day out of it, but there was no circus that day, as it turned out, because it was the day of the switch on. So what I had planned to do was do the tower in the morning and then the circus in the afternoon. But there's loads and loads and loads to do there. There's a big children's indoor play area and all sorts of stuff. So I would
Jungle Gyms. Is that still there?
But it's been refurbed and done up dead nice. It looks really good.
Is it still called Jungle Gyms?
It's still called Jungle Gyms.
Yeah, happy memories of young birthday parties in primary school days there.
There you go. Well, it's all had a facelift and it looks lovely. So yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. It was a cracking little day out.
Is it good value for money? Because it used to not be, the tower. I used to find it poor value for money.
If you do everything that you can do, it's good value for money because the price comes down quite a bit. I wouldn't drive all the way from West Yorkshire to go up the tower and come down again. But if you make a date there, if it's part of a couple of days or what have you, then yeah, I think it is good value for money.
Okay,
definitely so. There you go. SLP recommends Blackpool.
Tell you what, when I was driving,
that's one of the more obscure ones we've done, isn't it?
When I was driving to yours earlier, I went via my mother's. It was a birthday at the weekend, and I had some presents to drop off and stuff. But there was a beautiful vanilla sky, like the Vanilla Sky poster of Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Well, that sort of sky was over Blackpool tonight. It looked really nice, with the tower sort of there and the sunset kind of had just gone beyond the horizon a little bit, so it wasn't blinding as much. But when you were looking at the tower and the clouds and stuff, it's really nice.
Oh, isn't that lovely? And happy birthday to your mum as well. I know she listens to the show.
Yeah, she's not been listening recently. She's been too busy going off on. Well, she'd been busy.
She's been too busy for the Super League pod.
She's been camping a few times. She's been to a couple of festivals, and she's been weekend in Manchester with my sisters for the.
Look at that.
And she went to Gay Pride as well.
Cool.
With our friend Bruce.
Yeah.
So.
She's.
I've just realised Bruce is the gay guy in. Bruce is the name of the gay guy in Family Guy, isn't he?
Is that the? Oh no, him.
Yeah.
Right, he's called Bruce, is he?
Yeah, I've never realised that. He's not the Bruce that I know. But
No, I didn't realise that guy was called Bruce.
I think
he is. It's okay if I pay with pennies.
Next time I see our Bruce, now I'll be.
I know. I'm sure he'll really appreciate that.
He'll love it.
There we go. Right. How do the nice people get in touch with us and tell us what a phenomenal job we're doing?
Well, at Super League Pod on Twitter, facebook.com/Super League Pod on Facebook.
There you go.
Instagram, I believe, is at Super League Pod as well.
Yeah, and as soon as we go to a game, we'll start Instagramming
there's pictures from the 10k you could
throw up. Of course, we could put those up, couldn't we? Yeah.
Then email superleaguepod@gmail.com. We await Kevin's email for sure.
Yeah.
And the rest. And there's still some blog posts knocking around that are relatively recent and relatively current in terms of what to talk about.
There you go.
So they're on superleaguepod.blogspot.co.uk. So I've covered everything.
And of course, you'll see the Google form after games if you want to contribute and tell us what you feel like your team has done over
really
the
good turnout in game reviews this week. Really, really pleased with what we've got from you listeners this week. So I'd like to see that again because it was great getting all those. And I know I waffled on a bit about the Wigan game. I think I needed to get it out of my system and close that one off. But great reviews across all the games this week. I think I really like that.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Right, well, we will see you next time on the Super League Pod.